welcome back to the stream. What is everybody doing on this fine Monday night? I hope this is everybody's last week of work because god damn it, has this year been long and grueling. God damn it. We all need some time off to relax and look at cute animals and eat delicious food and get fat. Oh, I gotta go to the gym tonight, man. I really gotta go to the gym. I had like those days of really bad stomach cramps and I haven't been to the gym in like a really long time. Hello, Yuji. Yeah, and I gotta go. I gotta go to the gym. Though being fat has never been a problem for me. The only place where I have fat is my ass. That's the only place where, like, my ass and my hips are the only place where I have, like, any type of, like... But, you know what? We like to be strong. We want to be strong. We want to be strong, and we want to be able to crush a man's head between our thighs. That is our goal. We are going to get strong. Just in case I'm ever in a situation where I have to break a man's neck with my thighs. I don't know when that's going to come up. Probably some type of very, very, very sus situation. But who knows? I may be hired to be an assassin. In the future, we don't know. I could be hired to be an assassin. There might be, you know, there might be some enemy of Australia that happens to be into feisty little petite brunettes, and it might be my duty to my country to break a man's neck with my thighs or crush his skull and let the goo flow out of his ears. And if my country calls on me, I'm a patriot. I will do it. I will do it. I will do that. I will take that on the chin and I will take one for the country, okay? I am prepared to do that. Hope we're doing okay. You heard about Australia yesterday? Yeah, it's really because I grew up in Sydney, so yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but we're gonna talk about it later. Actually, we're gonna talk about it later. There are some things I want to talk about, especially a certain fucking fuckhead called Bibi Netanyahu trying to politicalize something in Australia. Like, shut up, mate. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, let's do the spelling bee, I guess. Let's do that. How do we do this? I always forget how to use OBS. Hello, McGill. What is crack-a-lacking? You were gonna ask, you presume I've been keeping up with the news today? Yeah, it's, my dad snuck out of the house to talk to me. He wanted to ask me about what I thought about everything about Bondi, and I was like, yeah, well, look, in this current geopolitical climate, obviously there's a lot of moving pieces. There's a lot of, it's just a fucking perfect storm for all of those little puzzle pieces to all be kind of thrown into the mix. So I don't know. It's yeah, look, at the moment, I think before anything, you just have to say that you feel awful for the families of any of the people that were killed. Obviously, first and foremost, that's where our thoughts should be before we start like politicizing the event one way or the other. Like, I think that's just fucking disgusting. Like, we can talk about that next week. We can talk about that next month. There's no urgency to any of these matters, right? Like, just give people some time to grieve and to decompress, you know? It's not, yeah, it's just really gross. It's just really gross. All right, let's have a look at the spelling bee. Politics aside, it was just a targeted terrorist attack on a religious holiday. Yeah, it sucks. It's just awful. WNAFGU, and we have to use the letter I. planning? Wigging, as in wigging out. I've heard people use that before. BB rushing in to remind us all how he's the victim. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting behavior. And I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about this later, but here's what he's been doing in Gaza is the reason why those people in Bondi did have a target on them. Anyway, we'll talk about it later, but aging, every woman's worst fear. But I am a VTuber, I am immortal, I will look like this forever. Forever preserved in the 3D realm of the pixies. The realm of the megapixels, that's where I am. Fawning, ooh. Nagging. What every wife likes to do to their husband. Nagging. Ooh, look, we did it. We are so smart. Where's Ricochet today? Is he around? Ain't seen him. I hope he's okay. It's weird not seeing Ricochet. Did I miss him? Is he here? Oh, that's alright. You wish she nagged you, but she doesn't exist. Oh, I'm sure you'll find a Mrs. Yuji. You just gotta keep on looking. Alright. Connections. It's that time of the year. Yeah, he might have something on with his family or something like that. It's connections. There are 16 words. There are 4 categories. We don't know what those categories are, so we have to group together 4 words that might have a connection to each other and guess. And if we guess correctly, it would tell us what the category is and why those words were connected. All right, let's go. C, monster, quarter, 100, semi, Celsius, bumper, dump, joint, giant, final, whole, Titanic, qualifier, dive, and cold. Final, qualifier. Final, qualifier. Dump and hole sounds like your old job. It also sounds like going to the toilet. You take a dump out of your hole. Too crass, probably. See, this is what you can get away with when you're like, got little piggy tails. You could just say horribly crass things and get away with it. All right, what about Titanic, giant, monster, and semi-Celsius, jumper, quarter, 100. Bumper? Oh yeah, bumper does mean big. Like they had a bumper crop. Enormous! All right. Final, qualifier, semi-final, quarterfinal, final, and final qualifier. I don't know. It could be like sporting events. It could not be that though. I don't know. What do you think? Is it worth a crack? Is it worth a crack? Yeah, they're tournament rounds. That's what I was thinking. Or like sporting event rounds. Yeah, tournament rounds. Awesome. That's what I was thinking along those lines. Dive bar. Celsius. Cold. $100 maybe? Those things are related. I mean, 100 is C in Roman numerals. It is. Celsius is C in temperature. What else? Oh, C. CC. C, Celsius, 100, and... What's another thing that the letter C? The letter C, the letter C. A homophone for the letter C. Dump. Dive. C for a cold tap? Oh. What C might mean. There we go. Joint, dump, dive, and hole. Oh, all things for cracked ends. All things that the kids at school used to call my house when they bullied me for being poor. Did you know that when I was started high school, some of the popular girls made friends with me and then they came over to my house after school? And then the next day at school, they were telling everybody about how poor my family was and how gross my house was, and everybody made fun of me and said that I was poor and that I didn't have showers and that I smelled. It was very mean. Anyway, that's some childhood trauma for you guys. Look, guys, we're perfect. We did it. We did it. We're perfect. We are perfect in every way. Mini crossword time. We could not do the crossword yesterday. It was so bad. Now those girls are nowhere to be found. You know what? They had rich parents. They're probably doing fine. Their parents probably bought them a house in Sydney that's worth $9 billion now. They're probably doing better than they're probably doing better than me. But look, I'm not an asshole. Only to people that deserve it. So at least I can sleep at the end of the day. What the devil wears in an Anne Hathaway film title? Prada. Quarterback Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. I don't even know what sport that is. Switch settings. Dessert tray pastries. Canonized for a woman. Saint? Maybe SNT for saint? Oh, you meant that I murked the girls that were mean to me? No. I didn't. I just cried. I just had really bad depression for the rest of high school and walked around looking at the floor the whole time and didn't look anyone in the eyes. Novel ideas. Charged as a bull. Love in Cremona. Loony. Canine greetings. A loony is $1. Ricochet's here. I was just saying, it's so weird that Ricochet isn't here. Are you alright, Ricochet? This is the first time you've been late to class. Switch settings. Dessert tray pastries. Dessert tray? What's a dessert tray? Maybe it's a brownie? Nah, it doesn't fit. I don't know. I got nothing. Canine greetings. Novel ideas. You nodded off? Oh. I was trying to have a nap before I streamed, but my dad called me because he wanted to talk about his Bondi Beach, you know, opinions. I don't know. Quarterback Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. It's cool that there's a sports team called the Ravens, though. I guess Edgar Allan Poe is from Baltimore, right? That's kind of goth. That's kind of goth. I kind of like that. Cremona is in Italy. I think it is too. Amor doesn't fit though, unless we take off the E. Maybe like that. Charged as a bull. Okay, this got to do with something of the running of the bulls or something like that. You know what? Canonized for a woman. Sister, maybe? No, because when you're canonized, you become a saint, right? What's, like, is there a female, like, what? Come on, I know some of you went to Catholic school. I'm Catholic, but I didn't go to STE. Ah. Okay. Maybe now we can make it work more. Oh, wait, I put the wrong thing here. It's 5 down, not... Okay, this could be... Amora. Amore, amora. Do you become a cannonball? I mean, potentially. We don't know. Novel ideas. Dessert tray pastries. Canine greetings. Charged as a bull. It's got something to do with running at a red flag. Come on. We can do it. Ahoy? Why would a canine say ahoy? Is it a pirate dog? Is it a Czech dog? You were gonna say bark, but Prada is locked in. Well, I mean, the film that she's in is called The Devil Wears Prada, unless she's in another film where the devil wears something. Arf? Oh yeah, I mean, they love stupid things like this on the crossword, so why not? Charged as a bull, red. Run at. Ooh, run at. Like run at a red flag, I guess. They love stupid stuff, you know. You gotta use your... You gotta think outside of the box. Dessert tray pastries. Trying to think about what American on off. Ooh, good thinking. All right, we're getting there. Does anyone know anything about, I mean, assume quarterback is like American football or like, what's it called? The NFL? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Does anyone know what the quarterback is called? Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. Could his name be Tumor or Rumor? Imagine if his name was Tumor Jackson. Kuma? Kumar. Yeah, that could work. That sounds like something an American would call their child. Let's be honest, that sounds like an American name. They like made up names. Is it a made up name? I don't know. It might not be. Dessert pastries. Like White Castle. Looney. Maybe Daffy? Is that how you spell the Daffy? But what... Then what the heck is one down? It can't be Picosios. Like... Plots. Ooh. Oh, loony as in daft. Tarts? Nah. I reckon it's probably tart with an E. I don't know. It doesn't want to let us have it. It doesn't want to let us have this one. I think it's fine. I think this is acceptable. Maybe let's try changing Ranat? Nah, still doesn't want it. I don't know, guys. Could his name be Lamar? Well, I did just try that. So... Tarts. Okay, it was ARFs. We completed the puzzle. We just had to finagle with it a bit. The New York Times does like to take certain liberties. Wait, it's not the New York Times, it's the LA Times. Well, whatever. West Coast, East Coast, same elites, right, guys? And we hate the rich. But aren't you the rich? No, I mean the giga rich. Sorry. Hating Pokemon is, that chick's such a knob jockey. If you're a broke boy, just say so. Imagine making that much money and being that big of a, like, imagine being that ungrateful. If I even made a fraction of what Pokemon made on Twitch, dude, I would be so grateful for every single person that watched me. I mean, I am grateful for every single person that watches me, but God. Out of touch, lady. Imagine being worth like 20 million American dollars and thinking that you're not rich. Just goes to show how out of touch with reality. I want to get a soundboard and I want to have, if you're a broke boy, just say so. That's $7 a bag. Who spends $7 a bag on cookies? Seriously, I got like a giant thing of like double chunk choc chip cookies from Costco. And it's like so much cookies. And I think it was like $3 or something. It was insane. And they were really like freshly baked cookies and they were delicious. And that's Australian dollars, Pokemon. Australian dollars, all right, love? Ooh, I got a subscription from Crow's Crystal Wing on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, brother. Or sister. All right, let's play Wordle. Audio. Ooh, we know where the D is. Look at us go. Get it, guys? We know where that D is. Am I right, ladies? I don't know what that means, but it sounded vaguely sexual, so I said it. You know, sometimes we We're just chucking stuff out there. Just chucking stuff at the walls and see what sticks, you know? What we gotta do. Wow. All right. What word should we try next? Nobody's playing. Okay, let's think of a word where the third letter is D. It's a hard D. That's what she said. I don't know. Cardio? No, it doesn't fit. Well, you didn't give me a word, so I wasted a chance. And that's what you get. That's what you get for not helping me. It was your fault. Coda. Audio, video, disco. How do those words help anything? I don't think you guys know how to play this game. Potty. Yeah, it could be a Christmas theme. Ooh, look at that. Maybe it's dodgy. D-O-D-G-Y. Is that how you spell dodgy? It is now. Yay! Because I'm always thinking everybody around me is dodgy. And for once, everyone around me was dodgy because I was the answer. Yay! I'm so proud of myself. I shouldn't be this proud of myself, but I really am proud. I really am proud. I used my big brain. All right, let's play some rattle. From lime to breeze. Lime something, a brief pain. Anagram lime, then add one letter to get a currency. Append a bigram, 2 letters to lime to get a US state. Change a letter in lime to get a world capital. Change the first letter of lime to get some weather. Country of lime. Drop a bigram, 2 letters from lime to get a female name. Drop the first letter of lime, then anagram to get an instrument. Largest country that uses the lime. Mythical creature on the flag of lime. The lime that controls everything. Lime was princess of Lima, Peru. Ooh. Lima something, a brief pain. Anagram Lima, then add one letter to get a currency. Maybe lira? No. Append a bigram, 2 letters to Lima to get a US state. Change the first letter of Lima to get some weather. Country of Lima, Peru. Peru something, a brief pain. Anagram Peru, then add a letter to get a currency. Append a bigram, 2 letters to Peru to get a US state. Change the first letter of Peru to get some weather. Drop a bigram, 2 letters from Peru to get a female name. Drop the first letter of Peru, then anagram to get an instrument. Largest country that uses the Peru. Mythical creature on the flag of Peru. Ooh. The Peru that controls everything. Peru was princess of Spain? Maybe? No. I don't know. What does the Peruvian flag look like? Is there a creature on there? I don't know what the Peruvian flag looks like. Off the top of my head, I should know what it looks like. We play enough GeoGuessr. You think it's a flamingo? But that's not a mythical. That's not a mythical creature. They exist. Flamingos do in fact exist. I have seen them. Yay. Maybe currency? What currency do they use? Rupee? Nah. Largest country that uses the Peru. Drop the first letter of Peru, then anagram to get an instrument. Drop a bigram 2 letters from Peru to... Oh, Peru! Maybe Peru. No, because that's not 5 letters. Change the first letter of Peru to get some weather. Append a bigram. 2 letters to get a US state. Anagram Peru, then add a letter. There we go. We just spelt it wrong. Rupee something, a brief pain. Append a bigram, 2 letters to rupee to get a US state. Change the first letter of rupee to get some weather. Drop a bigram, 2 letters from rupee to get a female name. Probably Ruby. That's a female name. No. Alright, well. Drop the first letter of rupee, then anagram to get an instrument. Maybe oboe? Nope. I don't think that's how you spell it anyway. Largest country that uses the rupee. India? India something, a brief pain. Append a bigram, 2 letters to India to get a US state. Indiana? Indiana something, a brief pain. Change the first letter of Indiana to get some weather. Drop a bigram, 2 letters from Indiana to get a female name. Ooh, Diana. Diana something, a brief pain. Diana was Princess of Wales. Wales something, a brief pain. Change the first letter of Wales to get some weather. Drop the first letter of Wales and anagram to get an instrument. Mythical creature on the flag of Wales is a dragon. Dragon something, a brief pain. Change the first letter of dragon to get some weather. Drop the first letter of dragon, then anagram to get an instrument. The dragon that controls everything. Smog? I don't know. Alright, it's not that. Dragon something, a brief pain. Change the first letter of dragon. Organ? Ooh. Organ something, a brief pain. Change the first letter of organ to get some weather. The organ that controls everything. The brain. Brain something, a brief pain. Maybe brain freeze. Change the first letter of freeze to get some weather. Breeze. Alright guys, we did it. We are geniuses. We are the champion. We are the champions of the world. We are amazing. We are so attractive and we have so many friends. Look at us. Look at us. Amazing. Hip hip hooray, which apparently only Australians say. But you know what? We'll take it. We don't care. We'll be the weirdos at the birthday party, playing pass a parcel and saying hip hip hooray, because at the end of the day, we're so attractive and so popular, and we have a cute accent. And also we have Christmas during summer, so it's the only way to be the Southern Hemisphere lifestyle, baby. Let's go. All right. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired, man. Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, we had a mass shooting in Australia. 16 people dead. We should talk about it. So let's do that. Israel and the US react. You know what? Let's start off with all the people lining up in Sydney to give blood because, yeah. I think this is just an embodiment of how Australians are. I think Australians always show their true... We don't really care about much. We're pretty easygoing. We don't really get stressed out about much or take anything seriously until there's like a bushfire or a flood or like something like this. And then I think you really see the Australian community spirit, and I think that's a really beautiful thing about our culture. But yeah, look at all these people lining up to donate blood. We love to see it.
Welcome back. It is a crucial time for an update on Australia's blood supply. Following the tragedy here at Bondi Beach, Lifeblood needs more donations, especially O negative and O positive, the types used for emergencies. You can visit lifeblood.com.au to book your donation for the coming days or the weeks ahead. And that's exactly what was happening across Sydney today. A remarkable response to this tragedy. People queued for hours to donate blood after the call went out.
Oh, I think this is Surrey Hills. This looks so familiar. If this is where the RTA is in Surrey Hills. Look, this looks so familiar to me. I think this is Surrey Hills. Just like on Elizabeth Street. I think the corner of Elizabeth and Foveaux. That's what it looks like. Sorry. My Sydney brain is Sydneyan. I don't know. I haven't lived in Sydney for a while, but I still have that spidey sense. That Sydney spidey sense.
People desperate to help in any way they could. It was a clear reminder that terror will not divide and terror will not win.
Queues out the door and plans dropped.
Cancelled lunch and came straight down.
It's the most minuscule thing that we can do to help.
Yeah.
There were lengthy wait times to give blood at Town Hall. The donors refused.
Never mind, it's Town Hall. I was completely wrong. Let's continue. Apparently, I don't remember Sydney very well.
To walk away.
2 hours is fine. I felt super helpless at home, just sitting and doing nothing, and I felt that there was something that you have to do.
With an urgent call for O negative blood.
It's the blood group that can be used immediately when a patient's blood type is unknown.
With up to 100 donations needed to save one life, the plea for donors was answered nationwide.
I think you can feel pretty helpless in these situations, whether you're far away from it or not, but it's a really simple thing to sit in a chair and give blood.
The call went out that they needed blood that would be sent to New South Wales, so yeah, it came out, and you can see that a whole bunch of people have come out as well.
There's a phrase in Jewish liturgy that somebody who saves one life,
It's really interesting to me that in Australia, we don't have to pay people to donate blood, right? I mean, we have a lot of laws against exploitative things like that. Like, paid surrogacy in Australia is also not allowed. Like, you can't buy a woman's womb. You can't, like, exploit a poor woman's poverty into carrying your child for you, which is one of the most risky things you can do is have a baby, right? In America, a rich woman can, financially coerce someone young into carrying their baby for them because they don't want stretch marks or they don't want to endure the risk or whatever it is. And we also our blood donations are also purely altruistic, and people donate blood because they want to donate blood, and I think that's really cool. I know at my high school, if you were over 16, we used to have the Red Cross come to my high school. And if you were over 16, you could donate blood. And it was almost like a positive peer pressure thing where like every person donated blood. Basically every person that was able to donate blood donated blood. And that was really cool. I love that. Go Aussies, I guess. Good for us. Rah, 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 etc. so on. Patriotic pride. I don't know.
as though they saved the entire world, so we want to do our part.
The response so extraordinary, Lifeblood's booking system crashed.
Aww.
People to be patient and persist.
This call to action
I love
doesn't
that.
stop today. For those still looking to do their part, donations made in the coming days and even weeks will make a difference.
People have done a whole lot more than me, so if I can do my small bit, I'll do it every day of the week.
Whatever your blood type, we will take it. I survived a couple of attacks back in London, similar ones, so I know what it is. I just want to come.
Oh, geez, lady. Oh, wherever she goes, she can't escape it. Nice chairs. Yeah, we got some nice chairs. It's not something Australia's known for, but we do have nice chairs, I will say. We do like a good upholstery. Even at my gym, I went to use like the assisted like chin-up machine last time I was at the gym, and the thing was gone because they were reupholstering it, and I was like, how am I supposed to do my chin-ups unassisted? Rude. How am I supposed to get strong and become a muscle mummy and crush my enemies and also my lovers? How will I do it? How will I do it without the upholsteried little thingy-mabob? Just rude. Just rude. But I mean, God bless this lady. Everywhere she goes, she's freaking getting terrorist attacked.
And be the part of the community.
A nation showing up and turning grief into action. After a shocking act of terror, this a reminder that kindness is unshakable. Amy Clements, 7 News.
We do like to see it. Good boys and good girls. Netanyahu slams PM. Keep Australia and our Prime Minister's name out of your mouth, alright? Alright. Go to The Hague and get a smack. That's what you need. You need to... Netanyahu is a naughty little boy, and The Hague is his mum and dad that needs to smack his bum and put him in jail. Which won't happen, but I mean... War crimes, baby. Serious business, let's just say that.
Welcome back to Bondi. The Prime Minister is tonight trying to dodge criticism, not just from here, but around the globe, that he hasn't done enough to stem anti-Semitism. Our security agencies are also...
You want to know why there's anti-Semitism in Australia? We have a huge Middle Eastern population. We have a huge Muslim population, and we see Netanyahu, we see Israel, at best ethnically cleansing people in Gaza, at worst G-word, which I don't know if I can say because of YouTube and Twitch terms of service. I don't know. Hassan says it, but I'm not a Nepo baby. My dad's not. My uncle's not Cenk from the Young Turks. My dad's not a Turkish oligarch. I'm not a millionaire. I'm just a wee little working class girl from Western Sydney. So I'll do my best to not get my social media accounts, you know, freaking nuked. But we have our Jewish communities. I can say this as somebody that grew up in Western Sydney. I only knew one Jewish person my entire life as somebody from Western Sydney, and that was because my dad was in the army with him, and he wasn't raised Jewish. His mum was a French Jew who came to Australia after the war. So he was only technically a Jew, right? He was raised in rural Victoria. And he was the only Jewish person I ever knew. Why? Because I lived in Western Sydney. It's the same in Melbourne as well, which I believe those are the two biggest Jewish populations in Australia, right? I'm just explaining like the sociological, you know, segregative aspects of this. This isn't like any commentary, or I'm not making any value judgments. I'm just saying this is merely how it is. The eastern suburbs in Sydney are one of not just the richest places in Australia, one of the richest places in the world. And this is where Australia's largest Jewish community live. There's also an enclave on the other side of the harbour, the lower North Shore, which is also incredibly wealthy. So the majority of Sydney's Arab and Muslim communities live in Western Sydney, which is where I'm from. Growing up, most of my friends in school were, at my primary school, were Muslim. It was, you know, something that I was very well acquainted with growing up, I guess you could say. But my point is, like, Australia isn't, a lot of the divide between, like, the Jewish community and the Arab and Muslim community in Australia is also economical, right? It's also it's also to do with socioeconomic status, right? A lot of people from the eastern suburbs, the farthest west, like a lot of Jewish people, the farthest west that they'll ever go, I guess there's a synagogue in Newtown, so maybe like the farthest they'll ever go west is like Newtown, which is an inner city suburb. A lot of them probably won't even go west of like Sydney, the University of Sydney, right? Like if that's where they go to uni. They have their own community. They're very cloistered economically, socioeconomically from the rest of Australia. And you know, there are many factors at play. And a lot of us are sitting at home and we're seeing people in the eastern suburbs, you know, having little protests at their harbourside parks and yada, yada, yada. And it's a world away from us. It doesn't feel like it's a community that very much self-isolates and self-segregates from Australia. In my personal opinion, like they don't really seek the integration with the rest of the community, right? And so, and when you see that, and when you see that large numbers of these people support what's going on in Gaza, you can kind of see why that. I'm not making a value judgment on it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just merely, you know, talking about contributing factors, perhaps, you know. These are things that all factor in, right? If you're sitting at home and all you're seeing is, you know, these people having these rallies, these rich people having these rallies in their pro-Israeli rallies in their harbourside park, and, you know, having a cry about people walking across the harbour bridge in support for Palestine, saying that it's anti-Semitic. No, it's pro-Palestine. It's not necessarily anti-Semitic. In Melbourne, if you're not from South Yarra and Toorak, the upper class won't associate with you. Oh yeah, no, I know. I live in Melbourne now, so I'm very well aware of the socioeconomics down here as well. But yeah, I'm just kind of talking about like peripheral sociological phenomenons that also, like, a lot of people don't know any Jewish people. There are a lot of Australians that won't know a Jewish person, right? If you are just a normal, everyday, working class Australian, you don't. And this is obviously a sweeping generalization, but like, could you imagine me having a beer with Shari Markson? She wants to steal my ageless fairy essence. I would not allow it. Also, she would annoy the shit out of me. I would bitch slap her, but let's be honest.
On the defence, one of the gunmen was put on their radar 6 years ago.
A lone gesture, laying a floral tribute at a landmark now forever stained by death. A moment of reflection as these words ring in his ears.
Your government did nothing.
You're a war criminal committing a genocide, mate. Fucking take your bat and your ball and go home, bitch. No one likes you.
To stop the spread of anti-Semitism in Australia.
The Israeli Prime Minister blunt, scathing, calling Anthony Albanese weak, accusing him of allowing hatred to grow like a cancer, holding his government responsible for the massacre.
You took no action, you let the disease spread, and the result is the...
You can't force social cohesion. You can't force social cohesion. These are things that have always happened naturally in Australia. New migrant communities come in. They, you know, maybe there's a bit of friction at first, then they become Australian, then their children are very, very Australian and they fit in, and then so on and so forth. And I've seen this happen even in my lifetime, I know my mum comes from a refugee family. My mum was a refugee to Australia. I've seen this happen. I've seen this happen generationally within my own family. These things happen. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty fucking Australian, right? Like, if you don't make an effort to assimilate into Australian society, someone's going to take this out of context and say, angry Australian VTuber says that Australia's Jewish community doesn't take effort into assimilating into Australian society, but they are very, very separate. They practice close hiring practices. They will advertise jobs. I've seen when I was living in Sydney, when I was at uni, I was looking at, and I was living in the eastern suburbs. I was living in a city suburb called Potts Point because it was the cheapest place I could afford to live that was close to my university. And I was looking at nanny jobs, right? Because I love kids. I'm really good with kids. It would be really good for me to get a nannying job. And they only wanted to hire a Jewish nanny to nanny their children. Could you imagine if any other race or religion or ethnicity did that? Could you imagine? But like that's what I'm talking about. They're very, very closed off from the rest of Australia. They want to have their own. And that's fine. If they want to do that, they want to do that. I can't afford $40 million for a house in fucking Dover Heights, babe. So I'm not coming for you. It's fine.
Horrific attacks on Jews we saw today.
Mr Albanese wanting to avoid a slanging match, but rejecting the criticism.
My government will continue to stand with Jewish Australians and continue to stand to stamp out anti-Semitism in all of its forms.
To some Jewish leaders, though, he hasn't done enough.
He's had recommendations of his envoy on anti-Semitism for 5 or 6 months and nothing's happened.
From the envoy herself,
there are aspects of my plan that need to be accelerated.
Like education on anti-Semitism, law reform and policing hatred on social media.
Because
excuse me, as somebody that was educated in New South Wales, I can say we had extensive Holocaust education. We we had it very, 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 very drummed like into us what happened prior to and during World War II in Germany and in Poland and wherever else the camps were. We had it very, very, very well ingrained to us. And it's because it was so very, very well ingrained to us that we were able to look and identify and name what was happening in Gaza, actually. Our education on the genocide of the Jewish people, and it wasn't just the Jewish people. My grandparents' families were also slaughtered, the majority of them. I'm not even going to say what happened to my grandmother in Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia. Well, it was the protectorate of Moravia at the time, actually, if we want to get technical. But I'm not even going to go into that because it's horrific. But the fact of the matter is I don't use it as a shield to go around having shitty behavior. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
For words lead, as we've seen, to hateful action.
The Prime Minister says the main recommendations have been already implemented, others are on the way.
There is anger. There is palpable anger.
Susan Lee directing that anger towards the government.
Anti-Semitism in Australia has been left to fester.
A threat evident in the days after Hamas's October 7 attacks and during Israel's brutal response in Gaza. Australia's city landmarks, magnets for mass protest.
And while this has all happened, our leaders have been bystanders. They've just allowed these flames of hate to burn.
A claim the Prime Minister rejects.
We stand against anti-Semitism. We will do whatever is necessary to stamp it out. Anti-Semitism is a scourge.
Calling emergency meetings of his cabinet, the National Security Committee and National Cabinet with the premiers. The first action, fast-tracking gun law reform. Anthony Albanese wanting to limit the number of guns that can be held and have gun licences subject to regular review. Building on the landmark reforms introduced by...
I think our gun laws are perfectly adequate. And my dad is a gun owner, I was talking to my dad today, like I said, he called. He was saying that the gun, because my dad knows a lot about guns, I don't, so just parodying my father, who was in the military, is also a shooter of invasive species. So he has a gun license for legitimate means, which is getting rid of pests on farmlands such as rabbits and other invasive introduced species. He was saying that the gun, so whilst this guy did have 6 registered firearms, the gun that he was using wasn't actually a registered firearm and was an illegal gun. So just wanted to clarify that based on what my dad was saying. And I trust him because if there's one thing my dad knows, it's guns and military history. And like every single thing about every single war ever. Ancient history, modern history. He's like freaking savant with that shit, man. So gonna trust him and go with that.
John Howard after the Port Arthur massacre almost 30 years ago.
What we saw yesterday was an act of pure evil.
And a failure of Australia's intelligence safety net. The son,
I'll agree with that,
had come to ASIO's notice in 2019, associated with radicals.
One of these individuals was known to us, but not in an immediate threat perspective.
Mark Riley, 7 News.
And political editor Mark Riley joins me now live.
But trying to politicize the deaths of these people so soon is fucking disgusting. Bibi Netanyahu has no reverence for human life, whether it's Australian Jews or Gazans or Palestinian Gazans. He has no. Yeah, just a fucking scumbucket, just trying to push your agenda. Freaking, you're a war criminal, you're a murderer, and if America wasn't protecting you, you would already be before the Hague. You're absolutely disgusting. You're a vile ghoul. You're ugly, you smell, you have no friends, everybody hates you. Go and eat lunch all by yourself, you fucking loser.
Live from Canberra, Mark, that National Cabinet has just broken up. What have they decided?
Well, generally, Mike, a national pledge to eradicate anti-Semitism, hate, violence and terrorism, specifically detailing a new national gun reform agenda, limiting the number of firearms any one individual can have, ordering most licences to be regularly reviewed, limiting the types of weapons that are legally available, sharing...
It's Mercurial! I thought you were dead, Mercurial! Where have you been? I missed you! I missed you. I was just talking about you the other day, I think. I was saying, where's Mercurial? They disappeared.
Criminal intelligence to inform licensing decisions in the first place, limiting licences only to Australian citizens, and accelerating the establishment of a national firearms register. The biggest changes since Port Arthur and not before time. But the biggest immediate challenge Anthony Albanese faces is convincing not just Australians, but the world that he can return this country from a place of fear to a place of cherished freedom. Mike.
Thanks, Mark.
But yeah, we have some of the strictest gun laws in the world, and obviously these things are gonna still happen. Like, the thing is, you can't stop smuggling, but you can't stop, like... look at like Western Sydney, like gang crime. There's so many, like there's so much contraband that gets through. Like, how easy is it to get a bag in Sydney or Melbourne? Like, is cocaine legal? No. Can we still get it? Yes. Like, people getting guns, people getting drugs, people getting all of this stuff. Like, it doesn't fucking matter, because you know who's not going, you know who's not handing in their machetes in Victoria and putting them in the bins? The kids that are going around to shopping centres with machetes and freaking slicing each other. Oh, well, now that I know it's illegal, I guess I'll just deposit my machete into the bin. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Criminals don't obey the law by definition, guys. That's why they're criminals. That's why they're criminals. I know. Today I taught you dictionary definitions, guys. It's crazy. It's hate. You don't know if anything can be done about that. Yeah, I just think given the current geopolitical climate, It's actually, if Bibi Netanyahu wants to blame anybody, he could have a look in the mirror, honestly. But yeah, rest in peace to the victims. Don't really know what else to say, but yeah. I mean, horrible, absolutely horrible. Oh, let's have a look at the guy that wrestled one of the shooters and was shot twice in the arm and in the shoulder was a Muslim man who apparently owns a fruit shop in Sutherland. So if you guys want to buy your Christmas cherries or whatever, maybe drive down to Sutherland. If you're in Sydney, maybe drive down to Sutherland and get your Christmas mangoes and your Christmas cherries and all the rest of it from him, because, well, he's not going to be working for a while probably, and I'm sure his family would really appreciate the money. But yeah, let's watch a story on him, because seriously, what a fucking legend.
An act of heroism amid the tragedy that unfolded at Bondi Beach. Ahmed Al-Ahmed put his own life at risk to disarm one of the attackers, and in doing so, almost certainly saved other lives. Ahmed migrated to Sydney after serving with Syrian law enforcement. His parents just moved here.
My son is a hero. He served with the police and in the Central Security Forces, and he has the impulse to protect people.
My son has always been brave. He helps people. He's like that.
When he did what he did, he wasn't thinking about the background of the people he's saving. My son is an Australian citizen. He defended the innocent people.
Ahmed's extraordinary actions have drawn praise.
And the thing is, we do have a lot of Arab Muslims that are like this guy. They immigrate here. They become a part of the community. They assimilate. Like most Muslims in Western Sydney, a lot of my friends, they're the most Aussie people you'll ever meet. They're the funniest. Lebanese Muslims are the funniest fuckers out. Like some of my best friends. Like if you think my sense of humor is fucking whack, my sense of humor is pretty much just like a Lebo sense of humor, because I picked it up from them, you know? That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, obviously. And then you've got the small minority, like these two fucking father and son dick fucking, I can't even use the language to articulate, like just these evil fuckwits that want to go out and shoot people. You know, they interviewed their neighbors this morning, you know, they kept to themselves, they didn't even say hello, yada yada yada. And yeah, like they're not. I know Sky News wants to make you think that, like, you know, this is that this father and son is representative, but they're not. This guy is way more representative of like the Arab Muslim population in Australia. So yeah, get fucked. Get fucked, Sky News, especially Shari Markson, because she wants to steal my ageless fairy essence, and I won't let her. You shriveled up eastern suburbs.
He's from around the world.
In Australia, you probably read it's been a very, very brave person actually who went and attacked.
Do you think that Donald Trump knew that he was Syrian and Muslim when he said that? I don't think he did. Whoopsie.
One of the shooters, and saved a lot of lives.
His parents say he's undergone his first surgery today to remove several bullets from his shoulder and arm, some of which are lodged in his bones.
Ooh.
Emergency workers, who also risked their lives attending the scene, are being hailed for their bravery.
And I think we need to recognise their incredible work at a time as well when two police officers have been seriously injured as a result of the efforts and bravery that they have shown.
And ordinary Australians today showed their desire to help by heeding a national call-out to donate blood.
I donated blood before and plasma before, but I think this is a particular time that we need this more than ever.
Certainly after what happened last night, just thought come in and donate and do what I can.
Acts of kindness in a time of grief. Nabil Al-Nashar, ABC News, Sydney.
Alright guys, just gonna BRB and we'll play GeoGuessr when I get back. But yeah. Alright. World Guessr time, baby. Single player. Yes, please. Ooh. This looks like Scandinavia. But where? Oh, the weather's changing as we as we go through. All right, they got an Asian grocer. We do like to see the inclusion. Oh, which one is this? Is this Norway or Denmark? I think it's Norway, right? I think that's Norway. I really got to sit down tomorrow with my world flags, and like I used to be so good with flags, and I just don't remember any of them. It's one of those things, you don't use it, you lose it. You know? You know? Red with navy cross, it's Norway, alright. Yeah, it's Norway. Oh, hello, salad tosser. Such a good name. So silly. So silly. Alright, well. Don't know what's happening here. Is that a donkey? Yeah, it's a donkey. Hello. Well, they got donkeys. What's crack-a-lacking in the Philippines, Mercurial? What is happening? I guess Christmas is like really big in the Philippines, right? Because it's like a very Catholic country. You know what? I'm going to try and go to Christmas Mass this year. I'm going to try and go to, Oh, actually, do you think someone would target like if I go to because most of the like Christmas Eve mass, midnight mass would probably be in the city. I'm kind of worried there's going to be a terrorist attack, actually. I kind of don't even want to go into the city for New Year's. I think I'm gonna like chill. You're sure it's safe? Yeah. I do like to wear a nice dress and go to mass, you know. We do like to be thinking about Jesus at this time of year. Well, I guess Easter is more important. I guess Easter mass is like way more important. You know, but you attended an opening of lights in our place was good. Where are we? Dario Lopez. Well, that doesn't help me. I don't know where Dario Lopez lives, so, you know, what are we doing here? Oh, it's defect! What's crack-a-lackin' in South Africa? What is crackin'? Crack-a-bajacking. I don't know what that means, but hello streamer, hello viewer, hello our favorite viewer from our favorite Springbok supporter. I don't know. You're not dead yet? Good to hear. Good to hear. What do we reckon? You're getting Colorado vibes? I'm assuming that's what that means. Or North Columbia. Oh, North Columbia makes sense. I'm like, this doesn't look like Colorado. Sorry. Colombia makes more sense than Colorado. I was like, what? You should have just said, I'm getting nose beers. You feel like Colombia always looks good in this game? Yeah, I was thinking maybe Mexico. Maybe it's like a little Mexican village or something. The famous Spanish part of Colorado. Look, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know what people be doing in Colorado or anywhere else. Although there's a lot of blue and white. So maybe it's like Argentina or like one of the blue and white countries. Well, like that have a blue and white flag. You know what I mean? The country's not blue and white itself, but come on, guys. I'm doing my best. All right, we've got some civilization. We've got some paved roadways. We might be able to get... Let's look at the food. What do we have? I don't know what any of the food is. Well, I know Mexican food. Last time you checked, there was plenty of blue and white in Colorado. Well, I thought he was making a sarcastic comment. I was like, sure. Could it be Belize? Is that how you spell Belize when you're in Belize? Genuine question, because I don't know. But if we're going to find out, it's going to be around here, right? There's going to be a flag or something. Belize is not mapped? Okay, good to know. Look, I don't speak Spanish. It's not a particularly useful language to know in Australia, so... Much better off with like Mandarin or Cantonese or Korean or, you know... Something in our region. Indonesian, perhaps. You know, that tends to be the focus. Oh, the ambulance would probably have information on it. Where did it go? Please tell us what country you're in. We get a good view. Red National. Red National. Does anyone recognize? Alright, we're on a river. Or a lake, even. This is like the square. If there's gonna be a flag, it's gonna be in the square, right? One would assume. There was one on the wall. Oh god, did I miss it? Did anybody see it? Because I don't know how far back I'm gonna have to go. By the river? Oh, okay, cool. I'll go back there then. Oh! It is Colombia. It is Colombia. Alright. Not too shabby-abby. Onto something. Oh, we got a beer truck. What beer are we drinking, guys? What beer are we drinking? Don't know it. Don't know her. I personally have never met her. Does everybody have it? Christmas plans? Are we all doing something nice for Chrissy? Chrissy with the family? That type of thing. Odontologist. I guess that's what they call the orthodontist. Casa. Mi casa, su casa. Or something like that. I don't know. Probably wrong. Probably said it wrong. My house is your house. Except it's not. If you turn up at my house, you're in trouble. I'm big and scary and I'll get you. Just because I sound like I'm small, I'm actually I'm actually one of the last surviving giants from the flood that the antediluvian flood of Noah. I'm actually like one of the last remaining giants. And if you turn up at my house, you'll get giant bashed. That'll be what happens. It's real. It's real and it's scary and you should be afraid. You're hosting the big Christmas lunch this year? Ooh. What do you guys... It's hot in South Africa for Christmas, right? What do you guys do? Because we... Obviously, it's hot in Australia for Christmas. We're in the middle of summer. We are... I assume it's going to be like... I'm a giant? No, I'm like 5'4". People think that I'm shorter than I am because I like carry... Because I have like a very low hip to waist ratio. So I have like a very small waist and like wider hips. And that tends to make people think that you're shorter than you are. But like if you ask most people how tall I am, they would probably say like 5'1". Even my own friendship group thought that until I stood back to back with some of my friends and they were like, how are you taller than me? And I'm like, I've been telling you for years and you don't listen to me. 5'4" is a foot shorter than you. Yeah. I'm pretty small. I'm pretty petite, I guess the word is that you would call me. But I'm like pretty thin as well, so... Like I said, I only carry weight on my hips and my butt. It's a normal height for girls. Yeah, it's the average height for girls, or a bit taller than average. I think it's like taller by an inch. Can you pick up my head like in the cartoons? Sure, you could try. Oral sin? What the heck? Oral sin. That sounds like someone got caught giving a gobby in church. Oral sin. What the fuck? But it does say Brazil. So, yeah. But what the heck is oral sin? Someone getting that gobby, that sucky in church. I think that's what oral sin is. Or is it using the Lord's name in vain? I guess it could go either way. But we are in Brazil. Forgive me, Father, for I have orally sinned. Well, I think orally sinning is probably like less, because you know how like Mormons and stuff, they'll do like the backdoor cheat. So it's like, oh, I haven't technically lost my virginity. Maybe oral sin is like, you know, a secret shortcut. So you're not like, ooh, you're not like sinning, you know. Oh no. I somehow think that like, because didn't God like burn Sodom and Gomorrah because they were doing sodomy? I think God would look down more on butt stuff than he would look down on you just having normal sex with your premarital relations with your lover. Ooh. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Brazil. I got distracted by all the oral sinning that was going on, guys. Too much oral sinning. All right. Considering how big Brazil is, not too shabs. Not too shabs. Christians do the backdoor loophole. See, I don't. I never did that. I just, Look, I figure God will forgive me, you know. God will forgive me. I feel like God would actually hate you getting it up the back door more, right? I feel like he would actually hate that more. Because there's literally a book called... That's where the word sodomy comes from. When you were a kid, self-love was a really bad thing. So a kid in your class told you that... he told you to just edge. Yeah, I think if you're touching yourself, that's the problem. I don't think the actual explosion is the issue. I think that touching your naughty place is the sinning. You always laugh when you hear Cutie Cinderella talk about soaking. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing. That's when like they just put it in and then they get their friend to jump on the bed to get some. Dude, it's like, just have sex, right? We have a religion where like we have a religion where we can literally just pray for forgiveness. Just be like, sorry God, I was mad toey last night. Like what? It's all right, guys. It's all right. This is Norway? Yeah, it could be Norway. Yeah, it's got that A and E thing that they have. We're gonna get married in a couple of years anyway. Well, yeah, I just don't. And look, like, marriage used to just be a thing that rich people did anyway, right? There is, like... Especially, I was watching a thing in the United Kingdom about how many kids were finding out that their parents weren't married when they started, like, doing their family tree or whatever. Because a lot of working class people just didn't get married. They, like, called each other, like, husband and wife, and maybe, like, there was a ceremony or something, but they weren't legally married. Because it was just something that, like, rich people did, right? Or people that had, like, property to pass on or things like that. So, I think in terms of, like, religious marriage versus, like... I think it can be recognized as, like, in the eyes of God as being married to somebody when it's not necessarily legally recognized by the state. I don't know, maybe a loophole, guys. But yeah, where are we? Did you know that Denmark has an Australian queen? Bow down to Australia. Denmark has an Australian queen from Tasmania. We are going to take over the world one country at a time. Somebody find me a monarch to marry. I will do it. I will take one for Australia. I will do it. Ooh, what the flip and flop is that? I don't know why I turned into a Kiwi when I said that. Probably because Kiwis, like, always, like, Australians will just swear, whereas Kiwis will, like, talk around the swear word. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I was like, what the flop and flop? We have, like, 9 kings in South Africa, and they can all have a... No, I don't want, like, I don't want to be a queen in South Africa. I want to be, like... I want to be in, like, a, like, nice cold climate European country where I, like, can live in, like, a castle or something, you know? Maybe, like, a nice palace, you know? I feel like I deserve that. I feel like I want to have princess vibes, you know? You too good? Well, I don't want to say that I'm too good, but look, if I'm going to move to a country, I want to have a better quality of life than what I have in my own country. And being from Australia, that's like pretty hard to do, right? So I would have to like marry into like the upper crust or like into like the, you know, whatever. I gotta get those oral skill. I've got to get that oral sin skills up. I gotta put all my points into oral sin if I wanna bag a prince. Apparently that's what Meghan Markle did. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Apparently she got that good suck. Although I would not let Prince Harry. Ugh, he's gross. He's gross. Nah. I would rather be poor. Also, I don't want to marry into the British royal family. That's gross. I don't know. Are we going Denmark or Norway, guys? I honestly cannot find any indicator. Well, let's go. Yeah. It was Denmark. We should have listened to the old salad tosser. I'm sorry, Princess Mary. I should have trusted you. Oh, wait, she's not Princess Mary anymore. She's Queen Mary. I'm sorry, Queen Mary of Denmark. I should have trusted you and your Tasmanianness. Shout out to the one princess that revoked her royalty. She has to revoke her royalty. Because of the way that they changed the Japanese constitution and the way that Japan works, only the male heir is allowed to have a royal line, so she's not allowed to be royal. I'm probably explaining it in a very bad way because I don't necessarily have the language, but her brother is the only person that's allowed to be royal. She's not allowed to be royal. She's not allowed to remain a princess and her kids be royal. It's just what happened with the dissolution of the Japanese Empire after the nuking of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It's a whole thing. It's the same reason why Japan has to have a pacifist constitution and yada yada yada. Like there were terms in the surrender of Japan, and that's one of them. It's kind of to try and like curb Japanese imperialism. But does anyone know what I'm talking about? Anyway, it's a thing. Yeah, so she had no choice if she wanted to marry and have children, but the only way she could like do that would be to remain a spinster and like not have any family of her own. Which, like, spinster life, baby. Rock out with your cats, girl. Get those cats. Get those cats and have a good time. It's all good. In the hood with the cats. Could be Austria, could be Germany. What are we looking at? Term so bad they stayed home and made anime. Essentially. And thank God they did. Because anime is kawaii. Do 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 do. My housemate listens to a lot of like anime theme songs. So sometimes I'll just like start like humming an anime theme song because he just listens to it. I don't know. He just likes it. He likes it a lot. It soothes his autism, I think. I think it's very soothing to his autism. And I say, hey, soothe that autism, buddy. You soothe that autism. And because I obviously like my car is non-operational at the moment, but when it was operational, because I have like very bad anxiety and he used to drive my car, he used to like have his music in the car, so it would just be like all these anime songs, and I wouldn't know like what anime they were from, and then sometimes I'd be watching an anime and I'd be like, oh, that's the song from the car, and I would get like all excited because I'm like, I didn't know I didn't know what anime this was from, and now I do. It's very exciting. That's Susume. Well, I guess that's technically a movie. It's not an episodal anime. Anyway, I thought it was cute. I like the little talking chair and stuff. Kawaii. I don't have that command, sorry. Does this stand for Deutsch something? Deutsch. Du hast mich. I think it might be Scandinavia. We got this happening. Could be Austria. Never rule the Austrians out. For Mustache Man was from Austria, and he did a pretty good job at taking over the world for a while there. He did a pretty bad job, a pretty horrific job. Well, I mean, he was successful in being evil, I guess. Look at the signs on the right. I thought I did look at them. I'll go back. Maybe I can get closer. Oh, they got a dinosaur. That's pretty fucking badass. That's as good a fidelity that we can get. We can't really see anything. Nordheim. Nordheim doesn't sound very German. This says Nordheim. I feel like that means it's Nordic. Although this one says Der Kanzlei. Tobias somebody. I don't know, man. Alright, let's just go Germany. What part of Germany? Can we go to the Black Forest? Is Germany even mapped? Yeah. No, they do Germany all the time. Alright. One more, and then we're gonna do food. Guessr. Because we're so sophisticated. And we play the most sophisticated games on the Pandadorra channel. Because we're just cultured people like that, you know? Wow. There's some stores, some roadside shopperoonies. Let's have a look-see. Taqueria? Is it racist if I say this is Mexico? Mexico. Ooh, they got some watermelons. Zoom in. It says taqueria on this shop. I mean, I'm sure they eat tacos in like other countries, but let's have a look. Well, this is Mexican food. I know this is Mexican food. Yellow tint must be Mexico. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna go for Mexico. Unless it's a road stop taqueria in Brazil, but you know what? And I was 192 kilometers away, so not too shabby shabs. Only partially shabby. That's Spanish? Did I say Mexican? You know what I mean. It's like if I say Chinese, you know I mean Mandarin or Cantonese. Like, let's just not be those people, guys, okay? You're gonna be lurking now? Alright, Yuji. You have a good lurk, sir. Bye-bye. See you next time. Oh, that's what I say at the end of the show. That's my line. Strada. Looks like South Africa. Oh no. I gotta get JM to teach me how to do a South African accent. Because that's gonna be funny. I just don't really know. They kind of just sound like they're somebody trying to do a it sounds like a cross between like a Kiwi accent and like a, I don't know. Something weird, man. This could even be Turkey. Although we would have seen a Turkish flag by now. Nah, this is Eastern Europe. This is Eastern Europe. Is this Hungary? This is Hungary because the language doesn't like make sense. Because it kind of has like Turkish things on the letters. They could be like... Piata? What does that mean? Help me, I'm confused. Oh, flags. Romania? Guess it's Romania. We don't change the length of our syllables to maintain the rhythm. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I definitely can tell when someone's Australian because of the cadence. Like we definitely have a very like... Now a lot of people talk with like an upward inflection, but that used to be like pretty much an exclusive Australian thing where we kind of sound like we're asking a question all the time or like we sound really unsure. But now like even American influencers do that, but that used to be a very like Australian thing to do. Same as no worries. No worries used to be a term exclusively used by Australians, and if you said it to somebody not from Australia, they didn't know. Look, I'll show you. No worries is Australian. Because I know there are going to be younger people that don't believe me, but... Yes, no worries is a quintessential Australian and New Zealand phrase, a classic piece of Aussie slang meaning it's okay, you're welcome, or don't worry about it. Often used to express reassurance, friendliness, and relaxed attitude. And I noticed when, like, Australian influencers started becoming, like, famous, then... because Americans always said no problem, and Americans use no worries and no problem interchangeably, but that's not what no worries means. Like if someone says thank you to me, I say no worries. It means like you're welcome. Yeah, cool. Like, or like if somebody says sorry, you say no worries. you know? And Americans don't really use it properly, which annoys me. But yeah, no worries. I'm going to make a short out of this. No worries is ours. I'm taking back no worries. You guys don't get to have it. I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back, America. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. All right? Thank you. Unless you're Australian or a Kiwi, because Kiwis are cute and they have cute accents and some of them are really hot. So Kiwis are obviously allowed to say it. Unless they're claiming to have invented the pavlova, then they're not allowed. But otherwise, those are the stipulations. The court of Pandadorra has spoken, and I will not be... Oh, I think we're in Japan. I will not be, diminished. Is that the correct word? I don't know. By royal decree of me. Because I'm the queen and you're just the sorry people. Does anybody remember the bacon is good for me, kid? Oh, let's watch that. But yeah, this is definitely Japan, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say we're in rural... Honshu? Where? A touchy. No touchy. Oh yeah, let's watch this guy.
I need you guys to help me in the kitchen to fill these.
We can do it.
This is from Wife Swap, and this kid likes to eat his nug-nugs and his bacon every day. And they got like this healthy lady, this healthy mum moved in with him, and this kid is my hero. I wonder where he is now. Shout out to you, bacon is good for me, kid.
Like this crap. Definitely no cheese in the can. Very happy to be throwing this away.
It's bacon.
This is me when I try and make myself eat healthy food. You know when like you're the, because when you're the grown up, you have to make yourself eat healthy food. This is kind of my inner monologue when I'm like battling with myself over whether I want to eat healthy food.
I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me. This is very
You're gonna be going to the grocery store.
She thinks out of the blue she's a smart little girl that she can do whatever she wants. No, that's not how she can do it in our family. She's act like she's the queen and we're the sorry people.
See, she's the queen and we're the sorry people. And then this little cute fatty hops on his tricycle, like rides to his nan's house to go get junk food. Hell yeah, this kid is my hero. I hope he went far in life. Shout out to you. Bacon is good for me, kid. I love you. I love you. Indeed, I've never related to being a sorry person more in my life. He gets it, man. He gets it. Where in Japan do you think we are, guys? Might have gotten far, but he wouldn't have walked there. Yeah, but don't you guys have, like, mobility scooters? And they're, like... Don't they even have them at, like, Walmart and stuff? So the fatties can, like, go from their car, hop straight on a scooter and, like, go and get, like, more artery clogging food. All right, we're in Japan. Abroad in Japan. You know, whenever I hear Chris Broad's royalty-free music on another video, it breaks my brain. I'm like, this isn't abroad in Japan. You're not allowed to do that. Well, we were on Kyushu, and I was wrong. Wrong. We are in South or Central America. Oh, remember when we found the dogs rooting? Oh, hey, Oriental. I usually finish streaming at like 11. Why are you always rocking up so late? Oh, there was a Bugs Bunny on there. But thank you so much for the subs last night. Sorry I had to leave as soon as you rocked up. I felt so bad, but I was literally putting on the ending soon screen as you. You're in WA. Oh, so you're 3 hours behind. That's why you're 3 hours behind. Yeah, we've got some WA watchers. And I think like 5 o'clock is 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right? Because I think when JM finishes work in Perth, it's like 8 o'clock. And then the stream, yeah. It's like... Especially with daylight savings being on, it's like a 3-hour time difference. I think it's usually only 2. It's hard to catch them when you're at work. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. I always forget about... we never think about the west coast of Australia. It's kind of mean. It's kind of mean. We should think about it more. Colombia. Yeah. The 7 other people that live in WA. It's easy to forget. Yeah. I know, but... Poor Perth. I've never even been to Perth. My godmother lives in Perth, though. My mum and my sister go over there sometimes to visit her. But I have never been. Never ever. Deutschland. Du hast. Ramstein sounds so scary. Anybody that, like, Germans just sound scary, man. All right. Not too shabby wabby wappy. Pretty decent. Let's do food guesser. Oh, I'm out of water almost. You'd love longer streams. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do longer streams. My lupus is very bad at the moment. Like, my blood tests were really, really, really dodgy. And, that's why my fatigue is so bad. So it's not like something that I can physically push through. If you've ever had like glandular fever or something and you have like that really extreme fatigue where you just need to sleep, that's what I have at the moment. And it's not even like a thing where I could push through it if I wanted to, because I would actually just pass out. I've actually passed out at the desk editing before, and I've woken up drooling all over my Sailor Moon keyboard. Sorry. You know, you gotta be careful. We got masa, harina, water, salt, oil, cheese, black beans. I think this is gonna be Mexican. Salsa, lettuce, tomato, avocado, sour cream, chorizo, shredded chicken, refried beans, queso fresco, optional. Napales optional. This is either from America or Mexico. Let's go Mexico. Correct. Gordita. That sounds like a cute name to call your significant other. Come here, my little gordita. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, I'm gonna call my cat that. I'm gonna be like, come here, my little gordita. It's like calling somebody a kumquat or a papadum. So cute. It kind of looks a little bit like a turd. This kind of looks like a little bit like a turd. Flour, sesame seeds, honey, rose water, cinnamon, ground anise, eggs, almonds, butter, vinegar, orange blossom water, ground ginger, baking powder, salt, saffron, crushed gum arabic. That looks like shit from a butt. Yeah, it definitely looks like poo. This dish is a traditional sweet treat made from strips of dough shaped into a flower. It's supposed to be a flower. Fried until golden and then coated in honey. All right, it's gonna be from like the Middle East. Its dough is flavored with ingredients like anise, cinnamon, orange blossom water. I'm gonna try Iran. You know what? I'm gonna try Iran because it's got saffron and stuff in it. Iran is cold. All right. Well, fuck me. Actually, scratch India. Yeah, I'm not sure. Often served during special occasions, it offers a perfect balance of crispy, sticky, and sweet characteristics. It's typically consumed during Ramadan and religious celebrations. North Africa? Let's try Morocco. Morocco is correct! All right. Well, we didn't F up too much. Vanilla, water, lime, ice, sugar, and mint. This dish is a refreshing beverage made by dissolving unrefined cane sugar blocks in water and mixing it with freshly squeezed lime juice. Served cold, it offers a perfect balance between sweetness and tanginess. I feel like this has to be the Caribbean, right? Cane sugar. Let's try Jamaica. Jamaica is warm. Hyperbovian, I need you to look at the compass. Served cold, it's offers a perfect balance between sweetness and tanginess, often enjoyed over ice. This drink is both invigorating and hydrating, making it especially popular during hot days. Its simple ingredients and bold flavors make it a beloved traditional refreshment. Can you see the compass? I don't know why I'm saying compass like that. It just kind of makes me feel like I'm a little bit fancy, you know? It kind of makes me feel like a little bit educated. Even though no one says compass like that. I don't know. It just feels a little bit nice. You are in Japan? Ooh, sounds like you have a nice job. I want to go to Japan. Grenada. Hello, Mata. Hello, Fada. Here I am at Camp Grenada. Grenada is hot. Papelón con limón. We're getting closer. Trinidad is next. Then wouldn't it say borders? Yeah, I think it would say borders or very hot or something. Papelón con limón. It's gotta be, I think it's gotta be... Hello, JM. I think it's gotta be a Spanish-speaking Caribbean nation. Because I think this is like, looks Spanish to me, maybe. Let me see if I can... Can you see it? Papillion is French for butterfly, I think. Maybe it means something like try Colombia. Would Colombia fit with the compass, Hyperbovian? Maybe Venezuela. I'll try Venezuela. Oh, you're so smart, JM. Look at you go. Gastronomical genius. Alright. Let's go. Quick play. Ooh. Pre-cooked cornmeal, water, salt, ground beef, onion, bell pepper, garlic. Oh, JM, do you like my Christmas dress? Look how festive I am. I've got like a little holly in my hair. Ooh, it's so fancy. Anyway, getting back to the game. Pre-cooked cornmeal, water, salt, ground beef, onion, bell pepper, garlic, tomato paste, cumin, and nut oil. Sounds like... I don't know. I'm not going to say what it sounds like. Capers, olives, raisins, and hard-boiled eggs. This dish features small balls of cornmeal dough filled with seasoned ground beef or chicken. The balls are gently... Sorry, I'm so mature. The balls are gently cooked in boiling water until firm, then served covered in a rich tomato-based sauce. The soft, slightly sweet exterior contrasts with the savory filling, making it a comforting and satisfying meal, often enjoyed as a main course or appetizer. At family gatherings... Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. You remember this one? Because Super Cow said Lebanon because of the tablecloth. Oh, I vaguely remember that too. Yeah, let's go Venezuela. Correct. They're loving Venezuela today. They're loving it as much as Trump loves their oil and other substances, allegedly. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Japan. Flour, sugar, yeast, milk, butter, eggs, salt, water, and sesame seeds. Alright, let's try Japan. Japan is hot. Any clues? I think maybe China or Hong Kong. That looks like the Forbidden City. Let's try China. 10 won bread. Oh, Korea. It's beef Wellington from the UK. Beef fillet, beef pastry, mushrooms, parma ham, Dijon mustard, egg yolk. If anything, Gordon Ramsay drummed into us all. It's how to freaking make a beef Wellington, guys. Dijon mustard, egg yolks, pate, shallots, thyme, garlic, white wine, and crepe or pancakes. Your mate Erin makes a really good one. A really good beef Wellington. Ooh, that's a good skill to have. Yeah, United Kingdom. Next round. Fresh corn kernels, eggs, cheese, milk, butter, onion, and salt. This dish is a savory corn cake made with fresh corn kernels, cheese, onions, eggs, milk, and a touch of oil or lard. It is baked until golden and typically has a moist, dense texture. Often enjoyed as a side dish, it pairs well with grilled meats and is popular at festive gatherings. The flavors are a delightful blend of sweet corn and creamy, cheesy goodness. Why? Yum, 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 yum. I like chicken. I like liver. Meow mix, please deliver. It feels South American. I mean, it does have corn in it. Just like everybody's bowel movements, inexplicably. I don't know. I'm doing my best, guys. Euro influence with American ingredients. Should we try Argentina? When in doubt, try Argentina, I guess. Let's try Argentina. It borders Argentina. What a good guess, guys. Look at us. Uruguay? You are gay. Uruguay. Chile, 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 Bolivia, Bolivia. It borders Argentina and Bolivia. Which way from Bolivia? Can you not see the compass? Can you see the compass? Paraguay? Correct. Alright. Ooh. Digestive biscuits, butter, bananas, dulce de leche. Whipped cream. I feel like dulce de leche is like Argentinian. Am I crazy? Or I feel like it's very like South American. Whipped cream, coffee, chocolate, vanilla extract, lemon juice, and powdered sugar. This dish is a decadent dessert featuring a buttery biscuit base topped with layers of gooey toffee and ripe banana slices. A generous layer of freshly whipped cream covers the top, often garnished with chocolate shavings or cocoa powder. The combination of sweet, rich flavors and contrasting textures make it a favorite treat for those who adore creamy and caramelized delights. It's the UK. Banoffee pie. Okay. Well, in any case, we're a gastronomical genius. I know I said we would play 2, but we'll play 1 more. We'll play 1 more. Seeing as though we're on a roll of being geniuses. Flank steak, lime juice, garlic, salt, pepper, cumin, oil, green bell pepper, optional. I feel like this might be carne asada. Maybe. I vaguely remember the ingredients being like that. First, marinate shredded flank steak in lime juice, garlic, and spices. Saute sliced onions until caramelized and set aside. Fry the marinated steak in hot oil until crispy, combine with the onions and cook briefly. Actually, no, but I think this still might be Mexican. I'm gonna go for Mexico. It's pretty similar. Okay, Mexico's warm. Cuba? It could very well be Cuba. Anyone else got any ideas? What does the compass say, hyperbobes? Cuba is in range? Okay. Correct. Vaca frita. That sounds like a swear word. I think this is gonna be Portugal. These look like little Portugal tarts. I used to call my Portuguese friend my Portuguese tart. I don't know if she likes it. Oh well, that's what you get to be friends with me. Half pastry, egg yolks, sugar, milk, cream, lemon zest, cinnamon stick, vanilla extract, corn flour, and icing sugar. This dish is a delectable dessert featuring a flaky, crispy pastry crust filled with a rich, creamy custard. The custard is lightly caramelized on top, offering a contrast of softness inside and a slightly hardened exterior. Often enjoyed warm, it's typically dusted with a pinch of cinnamon or powdered sugar, enhancing its sweet aromatic profile. The treat is popular in cafes and perfect with a cup of coffee. Portugal! Oh, hello. This is Korean. This is a sum. Sum. South Korea, baby. Lettuce leaves, rice, samjang, grilled meat, usually pork or beef, kimchi, fresh garlic, green chili peppers, sesame oil, and gochujang. This dish involves wrapping a bite-sized portion of meat, typically grated or roasted, in leafy greens such as lettuce or perilla, and rice, kimchi, and various condiments like soybean paste or chili paste inside the wrap. Fold the leaf to enclose the filling completely. South Korea, baby. Some. French fries, chili cheese, green onions, and sour cream. This has to be American. Correct. Chili cheese fries. Rice, water, chestnuts, salt, sugar, sesame seeds, pine nuts, and honey. This dish is a warm and nourishing porridge made primarily from finely ground pine nuts and rice. It has a smooth, creamy texture and a subtly nutty flavor, offering a comforting and mildly sweet experience. Often served as a breakfast or a light meal. It's typically garnished with a sprinkle of pine nuts on top. It carries a gentle aroma and is gentle on the stomach. India? It could be Indian. Wow. Shush, Nori. Mummy's busy. Busy neglecting you. You'll have to deal with it. Oh, Bubba, come here. I'm so sorry. You're too cute. Come here. She has the most pathetic sad face and I can't deal with it. Why is she so cute? I have to flea her. She needs to get fleed. Yeah, you do. Is Nori a dog or a cat? She's a cat. She's a little black cat. Who is very, very freaking needy. She would not get off me this morning. Like, she would not get off me. My day was delayed quite considerably due to her neediness. Although she's been sleeping in the office lately and then just coming in at like 4 or 5 a.m. to get morning cuddles. And then just like, I don't know. It's her summer sleeping schedule. What do we think? Maybe we'll try India. Are chestnuts in Indian food? Chestnuts. India is cold. Oh no. Pine nuts, honey, rice, water, chestnuts. It could really be from anywhere. It seems Asian. I mean, it's sweet rice porridge. Thailand? Let's try Thailand. I think it might be Korean. Yep. Pine nut porridge. When I saw that, I knew it was Korean. Alright, final score. Gastronomical genius. One more game or should I go? We're kind of on a run of being gastronomical geniuses tonight. Kind of doing alright. One more? Alright. Alright, one more, guys. Ooh, hello. This is Italian, I think. Olive, capers, anchovies, garlic. This is a tapenade, right? This is a tapenade. Olives, capers, anchovies, garlic, olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs. I'm pretty sure this is a tapenade. This dish is made by blending black olives, capers, anchovies. French? Really? Is tapenade French? Garlic, lemon juice, and olive oil into a thick paste. The ingredients are combined in a food processor until smooth. It's pan-continental? What should I do then? You know what? I'll trust JM and I'll say France. Pan-Mediterranean? I always thought tapenade was like Italian or Greek, maybe. I don't remember. Alright, I'm trusting you, JM. I'm gonna go with France. Correct. Well, at least I knew what it was called. Next round. Eggs, flour, sugar, milk, vanilla extract, fruit, butter, powdered sugar. I think this is a spotted dick. Is this a spotted dick? Is this British? Maybe not. This dish is a delightful baked dessert made with a custard-like batter similar to that of a pancake. I can't say that. That's what the British people call it. It traditionally incorporates a variety of fruits such as apples, pears, or plums. The fruit is typically sliced and arranged into a baking dish, then covered with butter. I think it is. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's called whatever Hyperborean just wrote. Okay, I could be wrong. I'll go with whatever you wanna do if you know where that thingy-mabob is from. Hyperborean. It's a French version? Okay, so we're just Francing it up in here, are we? Ooh. Next round. Glutinous rice flour, sugar, molasses, coconut, mung bean, sesame seeds, peanuts, pork fat, lotus seeds, and banana leaf. This dish is a traditional treat featuring black glutinous rice flour and a sweet mung bean filling. It's wrapped in banana leaves during steaming, giving it an earthy aroma. The color comes from rami leaves, providing a distinct appearance, typically sweetened with sugar and sometimes containing coconut or sesame seeds. This chewy dessert offers a unique blend of flavors and textures for a delightful culinary experience. Maybe Southeast Asia because of the banana leaf? Everything else kind of seems pan-Asian, but the banana leaf seems like a banana place. The banana melt. Maybe it's from Coffs Harbour. Try the Philippines? Okay. Has anyone been to the Big Banana? I went ice skating at the Big Banana. Ooh. You think one is Malay? Yeah, I think Malaysia's a good guess. I think like Malaysia or Indonesia or something. Vietnamese. Jupiter sabotaging? Nah. Look, he's got a pretty good batting average, alright? He's got a pretty good batting average. We need somebody as well traveled as Juniper Berries around so we can get our because a lot of the time I'm just like pasta, cottage cheese, sour cream, bacon, salt, butter, and black pepper. Boil pasta until tender and drain. Mix with crumbled cottage cheese and sour cream. Fry bacon until crispy and combine with the pasta mixture. Season with salt and pepper to taste. Bake until the top is slightly brown. Served warm, garnish with traditional bacon or fresh herbs if desired. Enjoy this creamy, savory... This is what Russian bachelors eat. I can imagine. Ugh. Tell Boris to hit me up and make Slavic babies with me. No, actually. Actually, no. DV is a big problem with Slavic men, I've got to say. I don't know anybody that has, like, Slavic parents where there wasn't, like, DV. If both parents are Slavic, Nope, nope. We gotta break those cycles, guys. Should I try Ruskies? Little Ruskies? Russia is cold. I feel like this is just gonna be like a pasta bake from like the West. I feel like this is gonna be from like the United States or like it's very like maybe Sweden. All right, we'll try Sweden. We'll give that a crack. All right. Well, this might be Polish or something. German? The spelling is not giving German. The spelling is giving Polish. Poland is hot. Could be Hungarian or something. Yeah, Hungarian. Correct. Well, I guess they'd be getting thick. Ooh, I think this is satay. Chicken, garlic, shallots, coriander, turmeric, salt, sweet soy sauce, palm sugar, coconut oil, peanuts, chili, tamarind, lime leaves, water, lemongrass. Yeah, this has got to be Thai. Candle nut, galangal, bay leaves, fried shallots, rice cakes, cucumber, and rice. This dish features skewered and grilled chicken uniquely marinated in a blend of spices and sweet soy sauce, giving the meat a rich, savory flavor. Each skewer is typically longer and flatter than most, served with a thick, slightly spicy peanut sauce. Rice cakes and slices of shallots and cucumber. The marinade often includes coconut milk and turmeric, resulting in tender, fragrant, and flavorful chicken pieces. Or Indo. Oh, it could be Indo. Let's try Thailand, and then we'll try Indonesia. Ooh, that's cool. I guess we do want to go Indonesia. Correct, it's Indonesia. I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, JM. I was wrong. Alright, guys. I am gonna go because my little brain is dying. Alright, guys. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Good to see you, JM. See you next time. Bye.